session, we'll discuss immigration regulations for undergraduate F-1 international students at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Today's agenda will include the rules and regulations, student responsibilities, full-time study and off-site study, EPS course and maintaining status, your records, traveling outside the United States, employment within the United States, completion of academic program, and additional ISS information. Student responsibilities. F-1 students are responsible for learning, understanding, and complying with all laws and regulations set forth by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Violation of these laws can seriously affect your immigration status as well as your academic career. It is extremely important that you read and fully understand all this information. One requirement is full-time study. You must maintain a full course of study each semester by advancing towards your degree completion. As an undergraduate student, that would be 12 credits per semester. All registered courses must be part of your program curriculum. The English for Professional Success, or EPS course, will not count towards the degree completion, but does count towards full-time for your scholarship. Only one online course can count towards the full course of study requirement each semester. Approval for a reduced course load must come to ISS. Medical reduced course load is up to 12 months. Academic difficulty or English language reduced course load is only available for one semester. The EPS course is English support and would be approved as a reduced course load. Your final academic semester. If you're completing your program and do not require a full-time study in your final semester, that is acceptable. Your final program requirement may not be an online course. Failure to comply with these regulations is a violation of your F-1 status. Fairleigh Dickinson University's English language proficiency policy. During your application process, you may have submitted an English language proficiency score. This could have been TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, or part of your SAT or ACT score. Upon matriculation to Fairleigh Dickinson University, new, international, undergraduate, and graduate students are tested once again for English proficiency during orientation. New international students may not assume they are exempt from taking this English test, even though they have had many years of English education in their home countries or abroad or at a language center. Depending on the results of this test, new international undergraduate and graduate students may be placed into the English for Professional Success EPS course that focuses on students' level of English proficiency and major field of studies. Some students may be exempt from taking the test, and they will be informed during the testing period at international orientation. If a student is placed into the EPS course, they will be required to take the course and complete it in order to graduate from the university. Full-time study with EPS course. As an English language support class, EPS will not count towards full-time study for immigration registration. In your first semester, if you are registered for less than 12 undergraduate credits and the EPS course, you'll be approved for a one semester reduced course load for English support. You may only be approved for reduced course load for English support or academic difficulty for one semester. If you must retake EPS, you must take a full academic course load with 12 undergraduate credits plus EPS, or you will be in violation of F-1 status. You will keep your academic scholarship while taking EPS as long as your combined course load is 9 credits plus EPS. Each semester, ISS will monitor your registration for a full course of study. Based on the student registration, ISS will register the I-20 record as follows. In your first semester, if you take 9 undergraduate credits plus EPS, you'll be approved for a reduced course load, and your I-20 will remain active. After the first semester, if you're taking the same course load, which would be 9 undergraduate credits, and retaking EPS, this would be a violation. As explained previously, you may only be at a reduced course load with English for 1 semester. If you must retake EPS, and you take 12 undergraduate credits and retake EPS, you will be full-time and your I-20 will remain active. A full course of study also requires that you actively attend class. If you stop attending class or you do not go to class at all, this is considered a violation of your F-1 status. Off-site study. According to university policy, students may not engage in another program at another institution while matriculated at FDU. Students who would like to take an off-campus course must meet with an international student advisor to ensure compliance with U.S. federal regulations and Department of Homeland Security. Records. Report your address or name change to ISS within 10 days. ISS is required to provide a valid address and other student data to the federal government electronically in SEVIS. We are the only university office authorized by the federal government to process this data. Report changes in your program to ISS. Students must notify ISS whenever there is a change in their academic program dates, or level of study. For example, if you change your major or switch from a bachelor's program to a master's program, you must be issued a new I-20. Be sure to keep all of your I-20s. Never throw your old I-20s away. You will need them for future benefits. Check your FDU email account. You'll receive notices from the Office of International Student Services through your FDU webmail account. These messages are very important, often announcing important changes in immigration regulations that could affect you directly. Check the ISS News webpage for updates. We update this webpage when there are new notifications and information pertaining to international students. Check the ISS FDU Facebook page. Check your FDU webmail account. This is how the ISS office will contact you directly. International travel. Bring your I-20 to ISS for a travel signature before traveling abroad. This travel signature will be valid for 12 months. Students must receive a travel signature on page 2 of the most recent I-20 prior to traveling outside the United States. If you are traveling abroad and need to renew your F-1 visa at a U.S. consulate abroad, you must visit our office at least 1 month before you travel to review the appropriate documents. Visa expiration. Your visa is valid for travel up until the expiration date. Once the visa expires, you are not required to receive a new visa as long as you maintain your F-1 status within the United States. A valid F-1 visa is only required for re-entry into the United States. You should have the following documents to re-enter the United States after international travel. Most recent SEVIS I-20 with travel signature on page 2, signed within the past 12 months by an international student advisor. A valid passport, valid for at least 6 months from your return date to the United States. Unexpired F-1 visa in your passport. There is an exception, which you can read on the ISS webpage, called automatic visa revalidation. Proof of financial support. This is sometimes requested at the port of entry. proof of registration for the current or upcoming semester. Employment. F-1 students may work no more than 20 hours per week on campus when classes are in session, and full-time during the university breaks, summer and winter breaks. There is no exception to this rule. If a student gets approval from a supervisor to work more than 20 hours per week, this is not acceptable to immigration regulations. You cannot work off campus, including unpaid work experiences, without prior authorization from ISS and U.S. Immigration. Off-campus work authorization for an F-1 student must be in the form of curricular practical training, optional practical training, or severe economic hardship. This information can be found on the ISS website regarding process and rules and information on these off-campus experiences. Unauthorized employment will result in termination of your immigration record. A volunteer experience needs to be reviewed by the Career Development Office. Unpaid work experiences are not the same as volunteering. You are required to meet with an ISS advisor to review any work experiences that you are considering. To understand the basics of CPT and OPT, you may visit the following webpage. Upon completion of your academic program, you must do one of the following. Depart the United States within the 60-day grace period. Apply or have already applied for optional practical training. You have a 60-day grace period following the end of optional practical training. You may transfer your CVIS record to a new school. You may enter a new academic program at FDU. Or you can apply or already have applied for a change of status with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Note the completion date listed on your I-20. The program end date on your I-20 is an estimated date. Your actual program end date may extend beyond or end before the I-20 end date. Once you complete your program, you will need to take one of the steps in the previous slide, even if you have additional time on your I-20. In addition, if you cannot complete your studies by the end date listed on your I-20, you must visit ISS before this date to file for an extension. Failure to do so could mean termination of your immigration record. Additional information. This information is not exhaustive and may change without notice. If you have any questions or concerns regarding your legal status in the United States, please make an appointment to meet with an advisor. Allow 5 to 7 business days to process all student requests. ISS on the Metropolitan Campus is located at 841 River Road, 2 houses south of the Public Safety Building. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Wednesdays, we are open from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. We have walk-in advising hours Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., where students may come into the office without an appointment to meet with an advisor. Our phone number is 201-692-2743. The Florham Campus ISS is located in the Student Center in the Dean of Students Suite. We are open Monday and Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can call us at 973-443-8672. Please be aware that our ISS email inbox for all students is intlservices@fdu.edu.